Hello, everyone. It's Guy Eagle again with Renewable Wisdom Trails Library, and we're continuing into part 5 of the Crossing Over series. I'm not sure how it's going to end up uh, in the video, if it's going to be part of a playlist or a series, or how it's going to be listed, but we'll get to that somewhere. Part 5. We've talked about the gathering of information. We've talked about the sorting and some of the problems you run into with civil and religious laws versus natural ones, although I never said natural laws. But here we're going to start where, say, for the humans, the physical body starts to let go and the spirit starts to travel. If you're not done with the sorting and the gathering, it still continues. You don't need to be in your body to have the gathering continue and the sorting. That can continue through the whole process of coming into a new body. Some people will experience that kind of like a coma. They're in this place of processing, even though they don't seem like they're very awake. There's something going on inside. Otherwise, if their spirit leaves, they're dead. The body's gonna start to rot. That's just what happens. So you got this process of transitioning now. The spirit is kind of loose from the physical body, maybe not totally, maybe some tethering kind of cords you can't quite see to some people that won't let go. Usually, if the family would let go, has been willing to quit their processing, the spirit's free to go. Another thing that happens at this stage that we've seen is when the body dies too quickly. This can happen in car accidents. Wars is really bad for this, or creates a lot of this. Basically, what happens is death happens so instantly and quickly that the spirit doesn't have any time to gather the information from the physical body to even be able to sort it out while it's in transition. So the body just drops, and the spirit's left hovering over the location. Now, in some Hollywood movies and so forth, that looks like a ghostly kind of place. I think in some religions it's called Purgatory, and some call it fourth dimension. I've heard it called by many different things. But basically, the body has went back to the earth and started to decompose, and the spirit's looking for the information it needs to sort. So you create this kind of limbo kind of scenario. And as a service provider, that's where folks like my skill set and others are called in to help with that process, because we can become the conduit from the physical body of getting the information out and help deliver it to the spirit so it can process and sort. Now, we're not the only skill set that can do that. Therapists can do that, counselors can do that. I know here in the United States we have a system called Hospice that helps with that. There's many different ways to provide that service. But the point is, it's more difficult if death happens quickly and the spirit is left. And wars and genocides of different people are notorious for that. And it leaves a lot of work for a lot of people that are awake to have to do. And the challenge with that currently is a lot of people want to privatize it, commercialize that service, and make a lot of money off of it. But the bottom line is, if it comes your way and you can provide help, there's something in it for you besides money. There's something that will help you grow and finish the lesson that you're supposed to learn in this incarnation. So we are in this stage. Our physical body is starting to drop away. We are starting to transition. The separation between the two becomes more and more. You'll see it with some people with dementia, Alzheimer's. There's another symptom of that. You can't really see behind their eyes. Their speech is slurred. There's many different symptoms to show that that part of the process is ongoing. The best you can do for a loved one that's going through the process is be there so they're not alone, because that's the greatest fear they have, is they're alone. They don't know where they're at. They don't have an orientation to their home or a concept, a structure. They have no orientation there. They've lost a sense of identity. They're scared. And that's the biggest comfort you can give them. Even though you don't agree with their behaviors, whatever, just not being alone is a big deal. All right, that's probably the end of part 5. So, as always, check it out, talk about it. I hope you guys can really talk about it, because we're on the edge of a worldwide change going on, and we need people to be talking about this. So,